Welcome back, guys. So pretty much, guys, as you guys just finished seeing, we ended up jacking up the car, and pretty much now it's ready to have the two rear wheels pulled off of the car. So if you guys remember correctly, I was in a bind before because we did put the all-wheel drive setup on it as far as the differential, the mounting bracket, and everything else, subframe. And I ran into an issue to where the two axles that I ended up getting from S1 built, I ended up finding out later on through Brandon, we have shit up, that I actually need a short one to go along with the differential because it is an in-track diff. So I did reach out and I was looking for two short axles, OEM ones, and someone said from S1 said that he had some and that basically he would send them over. So you guys also seen that he also sent over billet lower control arms and billet camber kits. So huge shout out to Sohn and the S1 team for everything that they've continued to help me out with. And honestly, guys, it does not go unnoticed, and I'm super grateful for you guys jumping on board. So pretty much I'm just gonna go ahead and shut up, guys, and let's just go ahead and get started on the all-wheel drive setup and finish it up in this video. Alright, guys, so pretty much now what we're gonna do is I had to get rid of the spiders that were in here, and man, there was a few of them. So what I got to do is remove that ear right there from the frame itself. I got to remove that so it has some clearance for the axle to clear, and that way we don't get any rubbing on it. So I'm going to cut those off real quick on both sides, and then that way we'll continue with putting the collars onto the suspension along with the camber kits and also the lower control arms. Alrighty, guys, so the ear has been cut off already, so that we have clearance from there straight through here. You see that there's a wire in the way, which is the hose, the brake line, so that basically has to be readjusted upwards, but either way this should work. So I think what I'm gonna do now is install these parts right here. As you guys can see, these are the difference. S1 hooked me up with an OEM one because that's what they had, a short one, as they only make the long ones for the wagon. So I'm gonna run the short one over here. I'm gonna go ahead and try it and see if it makes the difference and then figure something out. Like I said, it's all trial and error on this one because it is an in-track diff and it's not a wagon regular pumpkin. So let's just go ahead and get everything installed and see how we're looking. Alright, guys, so the S1 collar for the Godspeed Monomax, which is the one that I have, it's the Monomax version. So this now is on, as the last time we had issues with it because I ordered the wrong one. So what I got to do now is remove the lower control arm, so that way lower control arm can be swapped out to the billet one here. So let's just get to doing that now. Alright guys, so what I'm going to end up doing first is actually grinding down these bushings right here where the fork goes over. So I'm going to sand this down, just grind it down a little bit. I don't think it's going to hurt it because it's just a spacer, so we should be okay. I don't want to grind those. I would rather grind these right here and make them a little bit thinner so that way the fork will go on it. So let's just go ahead and do that real quick. Alrighty guys, so I thought I was recording and I wasn't paying attention, but pretty much lower control arm fork is on along with the ring, along with the camber kit. I still got to put the axle in, and I'm gonna go ahead and put some grease on the end so that way it can go in smoother into the drive shaft, or into the differential should I say, not the drive shaft. So I want to be able to put that in there so that way it doesn't bind or any of that stuff, just so that it gives it that little bit of lubrication to help it, you know. So let me go ahead and do that real quick and see if we can get this axle inside. This one is a OEM one, as I stated before, and that is their long wagon axles from S1 Built. These are just the factory OEM ones. I am going to get them rebuilt. I just want to make sure that everything mounts up correctly and that we are pretty much looking good. Alright guys, so pretty much this side is done finally. I just got to put the tow arm back on because you have to remove it in order to slide out this. That's the way I had to do it on mine because I'm just having a little bit of issue because of main track. It probably needs some lubrication inside. I did put some grease on it so that it would slide in and out because it's just been sitting around. There's no more oil in it, there's no more diff fluid in it or any of that stuff, so that's the reason why I did that. So right now we're looking pretty good. The axle, the short one, the OEM one, is actually on the passenger side, so we're going to go ahead and move on to the other side now and just repeat the process. So I'm going to go ahead and do that, and I'll update you guys pretty much at the end to see how everything was. Alright guys, so now we're on actually the passenger side. I keep getting it confused with the Domani, but yeah, this is the passenger side. So now we're gonna do the passenger side, do the same thing we did on the driver's side actually, and just do everything the same way. There's some stuff, like I said, that needs to be changed, so let's just go ahead and get to it because we just got to cut that little ear off right here against the frame, subframe, and once that is off, then pretty much we're able to clear the axle. So it's going to be the same thing: the fork, the camber kit, the collar, the lower control arm, and the axle. Set that way the whole all-wheel drive setup will be set up in the back. I'm pretty sure this is the one that's going to take the long one from S1, and if it does, then we're good, and all I have to do is pretty much rebuild the other two. So I'm hoping that's what it is, because one of the other axles does have a little defect on it, and that one really needs to be rebuilt. So yeah, let me go ahead and do this side, and then that way I can just finish it up, guys, because pretty much I want to end the video already, so that way I can get it to you guys and you guys can start seeing that we are slowly making progress. And this is a little bit, we just want to make sure we're all mocking everything up and everything is set. everything is in place, all axles. And unfortunately, what I'm noticing on my car is that it takes both short axles and not long axles. These are both the OEM ones, so they automatically have to get rebuilt. There is no play on it, so I'm not sure what's going on or what it is or what the issue is, but we'll get it figured out. I'm not really tripping about it because, you know, it's all on there, and as long as we can get everything aligned and everything is spot on and fitment is correct, we should be good. I tried putting one of the long ones on it on the passenger side and it did not work. On the driver's side, I put one of the long ones on it and it did not work. Over here, there is very, very little movement whatsoever. So this goes to show you that it takes both short axles. It has a little bit of movement on the other side just because I tightened the lower control arm in more, so that way to pull it in. So like I said, everything's gonna have to get adjusted, but apparently this takes 2 short axles and not long axles. Alright guys, so pretty much all-wheel drive setup is done, and both short axles that S1 built donated after, because we did run into the issue thinking that we needed one short one and one long one. It appears to my side on my car it needs both short ones. Brandon, we have shut up, actually has done a few of these, and he says that it takes 1 and 1. But as you guys can see here, basically I am utilizing both short ones, so I'm not sure sedan or what, or I don't know, I'm not 100% sure. I will reach out to Sohn and let them know, just that way they're able to let customers know if they're running this. This is what I had to do. I do appreciate them donating those axles again and everything that they've donated to the build. LCAs, camber kits, the short axles and the long axles, along with switching out the cups for the suspension. So pretty much everything is there. If I were to move the tire back, you guys will see both tires spin. You know, since this diff has a built-in LSD already in it, compared to the wagon diff where you need to do the LSD, if I'm not mistaken. But now all we need to do now is pretty much make the drive shaft, and all that will get done after. But again, huge shout out to S1 for helping me out with everything. As you guys can see, I'm rocking them today. I decided to wear it and yeah, rock with them while we worked on it and made the car fully all-wheel drive now. But again, I think this is where we're going to end the video, guys. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. I just wanted to switch up the content a little bit because, as you guys already seen, I'm dealing with HOA and I didn't want to do a body work right now because I don't want to create all this mess. I'm going to go ahead and finish up the engine bay off camera, so that way pretty much we are set to paint, because I need to get this car painted already. I know I've said it a few times and I don't want to keep going back and forth with here and there and this and that. I'm going to go ahead and get this car painted here within the next couple of weeks, and that way the car can be painted so it looks like a roller, so we can get the suspension back on, upgrade the front suspension components, because there is some the bushings and camber kit arms and everything else that need to get upgraded, along with axles and everything else. So again, guys, pretty much that's gonna wrap it up for this video. If you guys enjoy this little content, please like, subscribe, and let me know what you guys think, and if you guys look forward to the build still. I'm not sure if I'm boring you guys or you guys are getting tired of it. I just want to put that out there, and I apologize if you guys are. Unfortunately, I'm facing some issues right now with my animals' health and honestly the house now because of HOA. So I'm just trying to please everybody little by little as much as possible, so that way I don't keep running into issues. But with that being said, guys, we'll see you guys on the next video. Till next time.